all across the land. Once again, I'd like to thank you for tuning into the Keith Harris Show right here on Hotline Radio, the #1 station on the net, period. Forgive me, a few minutes ago, I know I was probably talking and, we cut out a little bit soon, but you know how it is. It's Monday. We're getting warmed up, getting into everything. As a lot of y'all noticed, I had to take alternate routes to work today. I had to fly in, as a matter of fact. Because they've been talking about some crazy weather down here. But nevertheless, I had to rush to make sure I get here to talk to my man. This guy's been doing a lot of big things. He's making a lot of noise. As a matter of fact, he's all over the screen, as I told you before. There's a few different projects you can catch him in, which we're going to talk about right now. As a matter of fact, I heard some people call him AKA Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know right there. When you can inherit that name Hollywood, that you're doing something big. Without any further ado, on the line, we're honored to have here on the show today with us, Jose Masonette. Or let me stop. Let me go back. Actor, model, and writer, multi-talented Jose Masonette. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, Keith. What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Hey, no doubt, man. Honored to have you. Everything's good. So what's going on with you? How's your day been so far? I know you're filming a lot.
Yeah, pretty good. Just stopped filming actually yesterday. I'm probably going to film some more tomorrow. Today, taking kind of a break. So do you have some questions there?
Do I have questions? You want to Keith Harris show? I got a lot of questions, Jose.
All right, awesome.
I can't believe you asked me that question.
How was the flight?
Oh man, the flight was all right. A little bit of turbulence, because of the windy weather and stuff like that, man. But
yeah, not a problem for Super Keith, right?
Yeah, there it is, man. The show must go on. That's my motto. So look, Jose. Let's talk about first. How did you get in to the entertainment industry? Did you come in through modeling first or through acting? What was your shoe in?
Okay. Well, at first thing that made me fall in love with the whole acting process and everything was I was in grammar school and we were gonna put on a play. So we were doing the play. It was West Side Story, and I tried out for the part of Bernardo and auditioned, and they were like, "No, sorry, you didn't get the part." So I kind of put my head down, started walking away, and they were like, "Don't you even know why you didn't get the part?" And I was like, ready for some more bad news. So I was like, "Okay, why?" And they said, "Well, we want to give you Tony, who was the lead."
Wow.
I was kind of shocked, and I was kind of bummed at the same time because that wasn't the part I tried out for. And I'm like, okay. So we went through all that, but practicing lines every day and doing all that. Then we performed it twice, and Tony was the main character. He gets slapped, and he shoots someone and kills them, and then he stabs them. So at the end, when the character was supposed to be dead, I looked out into the audience, and that's all my friends, teachers, family members, and they were crying. And I don't know, something about that kind of power, to influence people's emotions.
Yeah.
It was just powerful.
And you say that was in West Side Story, right?
Yeah, but that was when I was younger, then things happened. If you wrote, roadblocks and all that.
Yeah.
Life happened, and then the real world hit me, so I couldn't do that for a while.
Word.
Then I got back into it, to make my parents proud and things like that.
Where you from, Jose?
I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey, born and raised, and
okay.
Ethnically I'm Puerto Rican,
okay.
Native American.
Okay. Big shout outs to the Ricans and also Jersey up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jersey's off the chain, man. Big shouts out to the whole Jersey.
Yeah, I'm in Colorado though right now actually because we were filming over here for the cable and TV series Surviving the Undead.
Oh, okay. Well, and you know, we're gonna get into that in a minute. But let me ask you, that first audition where you didn't get it, man. Like, did you go through the jitters like a lot of people go through? You know, when you went to your first audition, were you confident going in, or was it just one of them things where, you know, I know you could you kind of put your head down and accepted it, but how was it just trying to get your first audition? Were you nervous?
I went in excited. See, the thing is, I never get nervous about an audition. Mm-hmm. I'm never nervous. Before I go in, I'm anxious because I'm really just dying to get in there and just show them what I can do, and then I want it to be over with because I want to know what they think. Wow. So I never get nervous, but I mean, I get like a little anxious, and I want to know how they felt about the performance. So I'm basically waiting to, you know, hear it from them.
Yeah, that's a good way to be, you know, in a lot of cases, because some people might be kind of nervous about what the outcome is. But when you're ready to hit a decision, that means you had a lot of confidence in yourself, and you take that as a learn. Yeah. That's good though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so you know, you started out in that. Now, you know, getting to where you are today. You know, what was your first, because you're writing now, so what came after West Side Story? Let me ask that.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What did you what was your next role, or did you start writing after West Side Story? Where did you go after West Side Story?
Okay, years passed because I was again in grade school, and
right.
then you know, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this serious, you know. So I just went, got a photo shoot done, so I got my headshot, and then I went to go audition, and my first audition for like for a movie, they loved me and they wanted me, and they bumped my part up because I went in for like an extra. They were like, no, you look too fabulous, darling, to be an extra. You know?
Yeah.
And we put you in the background, you're gonna stand out, so it's not. And then they gave me like some lines. So mostly, like every time I went in for extra work, that's what happened.
Wow.
And yeah.
That means you was bringing. That means you was bringing something extra to the table then every time you went in.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess so. They loved it, and you know, they enjoyed, you know, me being around and everything, and so that's what happened. And you know, some time passed, I started doing more and more of that, and got to networking with other directors and you know, award-winning directors from film festivals, and you know, that's how pretty much I got to where I am today. I did other music videos, and you know.
Yeah, because I know you were doing some modeling. Excuse me, some modeling too, right?
Yeah, I was doing more modeling. I'm trying to. I mean, hey, if somebody wants to pay me some money to take a nice picture, then. But mainly my thing is acting. You know, so.
You know, you had never went to acting school before.
No, I've never had acting classes. Any of that.
Man.
I have a friend who's actually a producer for Universal Studios, and he posts up all the time, and he said to me, you know, you either have it or you don't. The acting classes, yeah, they teach you technique and stuff, but some people, they pay all this money to go to acting classes, and you know, it doesn't work out for them. And a lot of people do benefit from it, you know, and they do learn great techniques. You know, I'm not knocking anyone who does that, but I want no one for not going that route.
Right.
Because great actors take classes. You know, the legends, they did. So.
Yeah, a lot of people have, but then, like you say, sometimes it's just that passion inside. For everybody out there listening to, I want to cut in real quick and let everybody know, if you want to call in and talk to Jose, the call-in number to dial is 510-340-5396. Again, that's 510-340-5396. Now, look, I'm going to talk about. Let me talk about China White for a minute. Okay, because I saw that, and listen, you know, when I checked it out, I expected to see some acting, but what I saw was more than acting, and I don't even know if I want to call it acting. Look, man, you played that role, and you can tell us a little bit about it in a second, but you played that role with such seriousness. That the clip that I saw when you were talking to the other guy, you played that role with such seriousness and such intensity, and I have to wonder, and it was coming across natural, Jose.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that,
man. So, tell us a little bit about that, if you can, without giving away too much in your character in that film.
Yeah, there was an incident. I was a rookie officer at that time in the film, and my partner was a veteran officer. He had maybe 10, 15 years on me in the force. We were about the same age, but he's been on the force longer. So he kind of, was going through the motions, and he did something that was pretty much the norm to him, but it was new to me. And he crossed some lines. He crossed some lines, and I had confronted him about that. And, my character is has a very strong justice standard in the project, and his is, he's been on the force for years, so he kind of knows the ins and outs, and he knows kind of what he can get away with, and it kind of took a toll on him. Yeah, so
yeah, because he seemed
yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you all right. I was going to say he definitely seemed like he was trying to cut some corners there.
Yeah, it was more like when you're at home with your little brother, your parents are gone, and then the vase tips over and breaks, and your little brother's kind of like, "Ooh, I'm telling," and you're trying now to convince them, like, "Listen, this is how it goes. Sometimes things like this happen. Don't tell mom and dad." It was kind of like that kind of a scene, but a lot, higher stakes.
Right. Now, since you've been doing this, I've been checking it out, and you've got quite a bit of followers and fans and things like that. How's everybody that you know? How's everybody that you know been receptive to your success in this industry?
I mean, it's been a struggle. It goes up and down. A lot of people showing love and support, and I'm extremely grateful to all my fans and all their support. And even if it's just a high here and there, and I saw what you did. But I mean, this field is kind of one of those things. Like, I still remember one time when I had a conversation with one of my best friends, and he was like, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "You know what? I want to be an actor." And he laughed. And I will never forget something like that, because I was serious, and he was just laughed. Right. And we're not,
Right.
So I was like, okay. And then now, I mean, I'm doing it.
And
so,
yeah, like you say, it's that up and down. You just kind of have to deal with. There's really three sides to it. There's a side where people love you. There's a side where people don't love you, and then there's a side where you just can't tell if they're telling the truth or not.
Right. I mean, it doesn't. I don't let any of that stuff get to me anymore. Like I did in the beginning. Now I handle constructive criticism very, very well, and I actually love to take from people's opinion. And but there's a difference. When someone's just being negative, I don't take negativity. Period.
Right.
Because it's already like the world against me doing this. I don't need to be negative and help the world do that to me or anyone else. So I just ignore all negativity. Like, if it's constructive criticism, I'll take it and I'll learn what I can from it. But ignore the rest.
Yeah, and you have to, and that's a positive way. Basically, wear the blinders and stay focused on what your goal is, and to not worry about what everybody else is doing or thinking is really important in this game.
Absolutely. Because there's people that, he ain't gonna do this, he ain't gonna do that, and it's really because they want you to fail, or they hope that you will. So I really don't care what those type of people want.
That's right, and you can't. And then look, that's part of that jersey. That's part of that jersey mind state.
Yeah.
No doubt. And I ask these questions too, just because on here we lay back and we just conversate, and we get the real perspective from people. I like to talk about that instead of just the limelight of things. And I have to, and so let me ask you, because I notice it myself, and it's just not just a question directed to you. I can even say myself that, this industry as it is, like you say, with ups and downs, but it also can be a cutthroat business also, where you have to be on top of your game at all times and watch out, correct?
Absolutely.
No doubt. Now, all right, moving on. Let's talk about writing for a second, because you're a writer as well. How do you like that, and how did you get into writing? And can we expect anything from you?
I just recently, I guess I always used to do writing in school and get good grades, for like writing stories, and the teachers would love to read my stories and stuff. But I didn't consider myself really a writer. I was just working on this last project, and I didn't ask the director my motivation. I kind of made my own one and created a backstory, and then I do that actually with my photo shoots. Even I make a backstory for the character that I am being on camera, and that's part of a technique, and it helps you to take the better photos. But so I was. I told him some ideas, and he told me I liked it, put it on paper. So, the next morning, emailed them, sent them the script for the scene, and he just loved it. And he said, listen, you need to write, like, you should be writing. And it's not the first time I've heard that, but I really trusted his opinion.
Right.
And, like, he's an award-winning director telling me that, so, I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, you knew you could take his word for it and come in.
Yeah, I didn't expect, that I'm like, he might hate it, but at least I'll write this and I'll send it to him just to see what he thinks. And then, I was flattered actually by his response. So. And with so many different ventures coming up for you, be sure to stop me if I bring up something that you cannot discuss, because I know there's projects that you got waiting to drop on everybody and things that are coming out you don't